we saw as President Trump was there in Washington, D.C., approaching Joint Base Andrews, and shortly before he departed to head to New Jersey, he also made some reports and comments to those reporters outside of the White House. Let's first, though, as you can see here on your screen, this is what we brought to you live on air as it happened. President Trump there getting ready to board there as he's heading out to New Jersey. We do know that this is the first weekend that he's going to be spending at his Bedminster Golf Club. This is since becoming president for the second time. We do know that he spent the bulk of his weekends at his Mar-a-Lago home there in Florida. And as you see there, he's waving and boarding the aircraft as he's getting ready to head that way. So he did tell reporters just a bit earlier that he was on his way to New Jersey in particular to do work, and also previewed his plans to visit the NCAA Wrestling Championships in Philadelphia this weekend as well. But very members there close to the president also boarding the aircraft, including Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, alongside Elon Musk. Of course, he heads up the Department of Government Efficiency, also known as DOGE. He's also joined by Susie Wiles. Of course, you may know her. She's very close to the president as well, serving as the White House Chief of Staff. So that was just images from them as they are getting ready to depart there from Joint Base Andrews. But again, as we said right before this, as they were departing the White House, we also heard comments there that he made to reporters. Let's listen into a piece of that in full here on Live Now from Fox.
We gave out the world's greatest fighter jet by far, they say. I think in terms of every criteria known to man, it's the best. Now that doesn't mean in 5 years it'll be good. It'll be totally obsolete in 5 years, I guess. But that's the way it works. But there's never been a plane designed or made like this, and we'll have them within about a 2-year period. They're going to start manufacturing very soon, so we're honored by that. We are moving along on Russia-Ukraine. We had a couple of good conversations today, and maybe we can get that death march stopped as soon as possible. And we're going to Bedminster now for work. We have some work. It's a little cold there right now. It's a little early, but we'll be going to Bedminster, and we'll be coming back here. We're going to the big fight. The reason I'm going is in Philadelphia, they have the NCAA World Wrestling for college. And I've always supported the wrestlers, so I want to support them. These are the great college wrestlers from the various schools. I think Penn State is leading, and Nebraska's in second place right now, and a lot of good things. So we're going to be going there on Saturday night, and then probably down to either here or Southern White House. So we're going to have a little fun. But it was a great honor to give out that plane. The technology is unbelievable. There's never been anything like it. It puts us 10 years ahead of any other country in terms of the fighter jets. Thank you very much. We'll see you later. Thank you.
Did you give Putin a deadline for the ceasefire?
Not a deadline, but I think we'll have one. I think, they're going at it pretty heavy right now, as you probably saw, both of them. But I think we'll have it done fairly soon.
President Trump, did you fill out a NCAA March Madness bracket?
I didn't. I should have. Have there been upsets? A couple, right?
Too late now.
A little bit late.
Did you talk with Hegseth?
I didn't give you one, but maybe backdated, right?
Are you at all concerned that anyone on those deportation flights on Saturday is not a gang member or does not belong in that prison? Are you concerned about
that? Well, they checked them very carefully. There's some bad people on those flights.
Why will you impose sanctions on Russia after Putin rejected your ceasefire offer?
He didn't reject anything, and they do have sanctions. They have a lot of sanctions. They have just about more sanctions than anybody.
It doesn't sound like this judge, who the DOJ is arguing with today about the deportation flights. He wants to know why the proclamation was signed in the dark, his words, and why people were rushed onto planes.
Because we want to get criminals out of our country, number one, and I don't know when it was signed because I didn't sign it. Other people handled it, but Marco Rubio's done a great job, and he wanted them out, and we go along with that. We want to get criminals out of our country.
If there was a flight like tonight with these guys, even though it's still being litigated, if there was a flight tonight full of accused gang members and somebody called and said, Mr. President, I know that this is still being adjudicated, but we can get these guys down to El Salvador right now, would you say that that's okay?
I would say that I'd have the Secretary of State handle it because I'm not really involved in that. But the concept of getting bad people, murderers, rapists, drug dealers, all of these are really some bad people out of our country. I ran on that. I won on that. I got a margin, like, you know, you reported it very well. Everybody did. We won all 7 swing states. We won the popular vote. We won everything. And a big part of that was exactly this, getting bad people that shouldn't have been allowed into our country. Biden allowed them in. What they should be asking, this judge, this radical left judge, he should be saying, why did Biden allow these criminals in our country? That's what he should be doing. Thank you. I'll see you later.
All right, that was moments ago as President Trump spoke there outside of the White House before heading to Joint Base Andrews in order to take off for New Jersey this weekend. Did want to play out those moments for you here on Live Now from Fox. As you heard him, he touched on an array of topics, everything from Putin as well to Israel and Hamas, as well as talking about Tren de Aragua and some of those flights as well heading out of the country.